Hey guys, Carl Carswell at Damage Hitter. Today we're talking about Hairston Jr. and Cody Bellinger, adjustments. Come in and check it out. But before you do, please hit the like and subscribe button. We need your help. We're at like 888 followers, like I said before. Who's counting? But we're trying to get to 1,000. Love to do that by Christmas, and I'm gonna need your help. Please like and comment. It's okay to share. This video particularly, I make some comments in there about the comments I've made to challenge hitters. Anybody who's been challenged by me to hit, I'd appreciate it if you comment. Appreciate you guys. Come inside. Let's get it going. Glad you guys made it today. Thank you for taking the time to like and subscribe. I'm excited about today's video. It's not on my lesson plan or my game plan. I actually made a list of 14 videos I wanted to make for the next 14 weeks, but I'm inserting this one in because it's a real live example of what we go through as hitters and the passion and everything else that comes with it from people who watch us, observe us, as well as you don't get to see the day-to-day struggle of this person's situation, but it's there. We know it's there. So I want you guys to watch with me. Take a look at this video, information or ESPN highlight from Hairston Jr. talking about Cody Bellinger. I love this. There's 4 things that we're going to get out of this. One is athletic positioning, also talking about athletic movement, also talking about the fact that sometimes athleticism retards our ability to be a good hitter. Number 1. Number 2, comfort. Number 3, it's not anyone else's fault. And number 4, passion. Let me know what you think about the video.
I love this kid. It has been crushing to see this. And I've said it a month ago, 2 months ago, last year. He made the adjustment right before the postseason, had his bat straight up. And I said it, this is going to be my 4th or 5th time saying it. I love Cody Ballinger like he would be my son. He's not going to be able to hit like this. He can't hit like this. You have that flat bat, you can't hit like this. I'm sorry. You're straight up. You're not in an athletic position. You're such a good athlete that you're able to hit 200 this way. If you weren't a great athlete, you'd hit about a buck, if that. He doesn't put himself in position to hit. He's making it so hard on himself. He's one of the best athletes in the world, and he's unathletic in the batter's box. That is the biggest conundrum to me.
And what's surprising when you say that he's unathletic, he says he feels more comfortable that way, or when he tries other ways, it doesn't feel comfortable to him.
Well, I used to love having a high leg kick. That felt great to me. Couldn't hit like that. I had to quiet my leg kick, and I raked with a quiet leg kick. Some things will feel comfortable in BP, and you will rake in BP, but it's the big leagues, the movement. You have hitting gurus and you have swing coaches that never played in the big leagues. They don't understand big league movement. You can have a nice swing, you hit 55 mile an hour in BP. Oh, look at the launch angle, that's awesome. They've never faced big league movement. It's a whole nother ball game. I'm sorry. It's a whole nother ball game. He is too talented of a young man, too good of a player to keep doing the same thing over again. And stop doing this. You want to come here, then here. Keep it here. You're too good of a player, man. He needs to go back to the same swing he had in the postseason, even if it doesn't feel comfortable to you. It worked for you. Let it stay there for a while until it feels comfortable, because that should be your swing. It's killing me seeing him like this.
All right, guys, that's 2 minutes. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of information in 2 minutes, so we're going to break it down into the 4 sections I talked to you about. The first one is athleticism. We talk about being athletic, being in an athletic position in your stance, being in an athletic position and transitioning into your hitting position. Now, if you watched Bellinger hit, you've seen him work from a tall, high position with his bat laid back, lots of movement and action, and there's nothing wrong with that. Most of us who are athletic really have a good, strong feeling for rhythm and movement and timing. The problem becomes when it's so difficult to put yourself in a good position on time to repeat that process to hit good pitching. And at every level that changes. So what you could do as a 6th grader, you're probably not gonna be able to do as an 8th grader. As an 8th grader, you won't be able to do as a sophomore. As a sophomore, you won't be able to do as a senior. As a senior, you won't be able to do in college. At some point, you're gonna have to make adjustments and change. And so what I tell guys all the time is you have to be at your max athleticism, but what we don't want to do is take your athleticism to the point where it becomes more about movement, the dance process, than it is about hitting. We're trying to put that athletic ability into a small box and let it explode and get you in the best position to hit. What's going on with Bellinger is his athleticism has him believing so much in his ability that he can do all of these extra things in order to get him in position to hit, and he's having a hard time doing it. That's just the bottom line. And it's okay. Like, you want guys to go out there and work hard and do what they have to do and try to figure it out. But he's putting himself in this position, and because he's put himself in that position, it's almost impossible for him to consistently be at the right place at the right time. He's hitting 200. Great. He's going to hit his 15, 20 home runs. He always has. I think Jerry's trying to say, and I'm trying to say, he should be a 260, 270, 280 hitter with his home runs if he puts himself in a better position. So watch this next part of the video, this clip here. We're going to shorten it up a little bit so you can hear what we're going to talk about next.
And what's surprising when you say that he's unathletic, he says he feels more comfortable that way, or when he tries other ways, it doesn't feel comfortable to him.
Well, I used to love having a high leg kick. That felt great to me. Couldn't hit like that. I had to quiet my leg kick, and I raked with a quiet leg kick. Some things will feel comfortable in BP, and you will rake in BP, but it's the big leagues, the movement.
So guys will say all the time, I'm just not comfortable like that. I do this because it feels good. It feels comfortable, and that's great, but it doesn't work. So once something doesn't work, it becomes time for you to make the adjustments necessary to be good, to accomplish the goals that you came for. If you came to a hitting appointment, if you came to practice, if you come to school, if you go to work under the impression that you're supposed to feel good and be comfortable the whole time, and that's what your driving force is, then you're going to do things that make you feel comfortable. You're going to deviate towards the path of least resistance. And that path of least resistance may very well not be the path of success. In this particular instance, we're talking about hitting. A lot of young hitters don't want to get down on their legs. A lot of young hitters don't understand how to load properly into the back hip. A lot of young hitters don't understand bat path as it relates to rotating into the ball and getting in the proper position to drive the ball out front. A lot of that has been predicated by the fact that us hitting coaches have put them in bad positions based on videos that we've seen, telling them that their bat rotates back, or that the shoulders need to lean back, or they need to create more false tilts, or whatever. We do that. So some of that is on us. But as a hitter, you want to come into a place where you know you're getting good information and being put in a best position to be successful, and then break through your inabilities to feel comfortable. Because I tell guys all the time, how long do you think it's going to take you to get comfortable with this? You think it's going to take you 1,000 swings? Well, if it's 1,000 swings, then how about we say it's 10 days? You take 100 swings a day, and in 10 days you'll be comfortable. Is 10 days too much to be comfortable and ready to hit? Oh, you think it's going to be 500 swings? Well, then let's do it in 5 days. Heck, you could probably do 500 swings in one day if you really wanted to. But the point isn't, I don't feel good, I don't feel comfortable right now. The point is, what can I do to get myself in the best position to hit and begin feeling comfortable in that position? And I believe everybody wants that, but somebody's got to get into the person's soul and tell them those things. I hope Jerry called Bellinger and said, hey man, this is how I feel. This is what I think. I hope he did, because what he said on the show was great and it's accurate. But how that's taken by the hitter on a video, probably not feeling so good. But a conversation between two guys could go a long way, could change a person's career and trajectory. So I hope that's what happened. All right, check out this next part, the video, so we can get into talking about whose fault it is, all right? And it's the hitter's fault.
You have hitting gurus and you have swing coaches that never played in the big leagues. They don't understand big league movement. You can have a nice swing, you hit 55 mile an hour in BP. Oh, look at the launch angle, that's awesome.
All right, there's a big push right now for big league guys who played in the big leagues, who I have a ton of respect for. And their fraternity to get on TV, to get on social media and blast out gurus, right? And I honestly, I think guru is a condescending word they use to make somebody else feel bad, but I don't know any of these gurus, so I'm not trying to defend them. What I am trying to say is this: when those guys, big leaguers, college players, high schoolers, go to the plate and they realize what they're doing doesn't work, it's their job to fix it. It's their job to seek out counsel that helps them. It's their job to apply the basic principles that helps them. It's their batting average. It's their RBIs. It's their home runs. And they need to do things that work for them. What we've done in society is we've taken young kids and we've made them very nice. And nice people have a tendency to look for somebody to tell them what to do, and then if they go do it, it's supposed to be right. Unfortunately, in hitting, we can't do that. And because Jerry makes a very good point. There's movement in the big leagues. And any dummy who sits down behind home plate and watches 4 pitches can be like, whoa, that's better than I thought, bro. Like, I don't know if I could hit that. Big leaguer or not, that's a lot going on. So it's the responsibility of the hitter to get into a better position, to learn how to hit, to take full responsibility for their success and their failure. Yes, I can help you with tips, but I'm not going to ever say, man, I made you a hitter. I made you do it. I am going to say, man, we had a lot of tough conversations to get you where you need to be, and I have them here every day. I hope some of these you guys comment on here about those conversations that we've had. Had one just last week where I got really animated, but I believe it was the best way to get through the kid's head. Hey, you're better than this. Now it's time for you to get on the same page with me and me to get on the same page with you, and let's get to work making some adjustments. At the end of the day, it's my job as your coach to shake you and get you going if you're not ready to do it for yourself. So it's your fault when you're hitting well. It's your fault when you're not hitting well. It's your responsibility to go out and look for the information you need so you can get to be the best player you can be. Check out this last part and then we'll finish it up.
He is too talented of a young man, too good of a player to keep doing the same thing over again. And stop doing this. You want to come here, then here. Keep it here. You're too good of a player, man. He needs to go back to the same swing he had in the postseason, even if it doesn't feel comfortable to you. It worked for you. Let it stay there for a while until it feels comfortable, because that should be your swing. It's killing me seeing him like this.
So that part right there, I love it. It's just flat out Jerry being passionate about what he believes, what he sees. And most importantly, it's about the player. Like, he really wants to impart on this kid, hey, you're better than this. Give yourself a chance. If you want a job, then you need to go to the job interview on time. If you have a job, then you need to do the job in the best way you possibly can that gives you the opportunity to be successful. He's just pouring out his heart to the kid like, man, please, just make these changes. You can't hit like this. You can't hit like this is what he's saying to him. Like, do these things. And as a hitter, I think I've had numerous conversations like that with good quality coaches. As a golfer, I've had one. I've had one guy who stood next to me, and I'm not a great golfer, but I have made the changes over the last 2 years I need to change so I can be respectable, and said, that swing, that stuff you're doing, it ain't never gonna work. And that's all I needed. From that point forward, I'm gonna go work on it. I'm gonna go find the information. It's not his job to teach me. It's his job to point out to me in a way that is effective that, hey, I gotta do something different to be good or better. And now it's on me to go do it. So now it's on you to go do it. We're working on things. You're working on things. You feel like it's right. Once you get it, understand we've gotten as good as we can get in this moment. Now we're preparing to get out ahead of it for later. And out ahead of it for later means if I'm a junior in high school, I need to be getting ready to be a better college hitter. If I'm in middle school, I need to be getting ready to be a better high school hitter. If I'm in grade school, I need to be getting ready to be a better middle school hitter. I need to be evolving all the time. Our mindsets get us going where we believe we're good and we don't have to do anything else. Now we got it, we can just cruise. Not gonna happen. You're 13, 14, 15 years old. What you're doing today is not making you a big leaguer. It's building a foundation for you to be a big leaguer. We may have to take away some of that foundation and put a new part in, or we may be able to build on it, but we're constantly evolving to get better. And the way to make sure, parents, that we do this is throw them in there. Once we get them going, throw them in there with some guys that are better than them and let them realize, ooh, I got to get better. Because that's what it's all about. So guys, remember these 4 things, all right? We have to be in our most athletic position and give ourselves the best chance to use that athleticism. Create efficient ways to get to the ball. That's number 1. You got to be in a nice, strong, athletic position. Number 2, it's not about your comfort. Comfort is great, but it's not about your comfort. So do what you got to do to get comfortable doing what it is that helps you be successful. That's number 2. Number 3, it's no one else's fault. It's no one else's fault. Your responsibility to get it right. Number 4, Passion. Parents deliver with passion. Coaches deliver with passion. Players deliver with passion. It's going to get heated. It's going to get hard. There's going to be conflict. It's okay. It means you care. At some point, you got to push your finger in somebody's chest and say, listen, I need you to do a better job. Like, you're just slacking right now. So at some point, they'll pull themselves up and say, I'm not going to let myself slide down that low. I'm not going to pout. I'm not going to just say I'm comfortable and get out over time and time and time again. I'm not going to continue to pop up for no reason. I'm not going to continue to roll over when I know better. I'm going to lock in and do what I need to do. That takes guts. That takes passion. And I love that one. So until next time, guys, when in doubt, hit it out.